This video is created to answer a couple of questions that I received last week and this week on what are we doing in this class, what are we supposed to do each week, what does the assignment consist of, and where are the assignment instructions. The content for each week is made available on Monday at 1:00 a.m. So each week you should log on and view the contents that are available in that week's module, specifically the set of instructions that says week 1 instructions, week 2 instructions, that tell you what to do and indicate the items that are graded for that week that appear in red. For each textbook and the chapter that we're covering, you will see a list of instructions. Completing this set of instructions is you attending the class. The instructions for the textbook provide you basically with a set of activities that are comparable to the activities that would be completed if you were actually taking this course in a traditional setting in the classroom. These items should not be skipped. This is your classroom portion of the course. Now, realistically, for this chapter, Office Fundamentals and File Management, you may already possess the skills that are taught in this beginning chapter. In that case, you want to use your best judgment as to whether or not you complete all 6 items. And you should base that on whether or not you have already mastered the learning objectives for this chapter. And the learning objectives can be found in 2 places for the Exploring Excel 2010 textbook. For this chapter, Office Fundamentals and File Management, the learning objectives are found on page 1 in the textbook. They are also available in the course site. Now let me show you that. In the week 1 module, each chapter that we cover this semester will have its own sub-module or section within that weekly module. And right now we're covering chapter 1, Office Fundamentals and File Management for week 1. So there are 3 pages that are available. The first one is the set of learning objectives for this chapter. So if you look at the learning objectives, and if you have already mastered these skills, you know how to perform each of these tasks, then I would say when you get to the actual instructions, that you might want to not watch the PowerPoint presentation because you already know those skills. But you must do number 2, read the chapter while completing the hands-on exercises and uploading those completed files to the assignment Dropbox and pause. Also, let me go back to the chapter module. The next item lists a chapter summary that describes the skills, the tasks, and all the concepts and content that was presented in that chapter at a glance, if you will. And the third item is the answers to the end of chapter questions, the end of chapter multiple choice questions that you may complete if you like. They are listed as part of the instructions for the chapter, and it's listed as optional, but you do have the answers that are available there in the chapter module. And you will also find some videos, YouTube videos that I found that help to explain a lot of the concepts and the commands that are presented in each of the chapters, and those are optional as well. If you find that you do not understand the content in the chapter, even after you have done the hands-on exercises, even after you've done the assignments in My IT Lab, you do not have a good grasp of them, then you need to make sure that you do numbers 3, 4, 5, and 6. That should help you to understand the content in the chapter. For the graded assignment, it always appears in red, and as you can see for week 1, the graded assignment is the hands-on exercises uploaded to the Dropbox, the study plan in My IT Lab, and the quiz in My IT Lab, and of course the discussion. Now I want to take a look at week 2. This is the week 2 instructions. So the chapter that we're covering in the Excel book is Excel Chapter 1, Introduction to Excel. This is you attending the class. Make sure you look at the learning objectives to determine whether or not what amount of this content that you should complete. For the Computers Are Your Future textbook, this is what we're covering with it. Looking at the items that are graded for this week, the hands-on exercises from the textbook are uploaded to the Dropbox, and for the chapter, we're completing the study plan for Chapter 1, the project, and the end of chapter quiz. And for the Computers Are Your Future textbook, you're completing the Chapter 1 Computers and You quiz in My IT Lab. And there is one discussion as well. As you can see, we cover an awful lot of content in this course. This is not your normal online course. The activities in this class are hands-on. You are learning Excel skills and preparing to take an industry certification, the Microsoft Office Excel 2010 certification exam. And the best learning style for hands-on activities is repetition. Repeating the exercise or the skill until you have mastered it. And that is why we are completing the hands-on exercises. That's why we are completing the study plan and the project for each Excel chapter. There is a method to the madness of the assignments that you're asked to do. It's not just busy work. I know it may seem like busy work to you. But if you are learning Excel for the very first time, the repetition is necessary. I want to remind you that the due dates for the week 1 assignments and the week 2 assignments are the same. They are this Sunday, June 15th at 11:59 p.m. If you have any questions, please post them in discussion. Thank you.